Okay, so here we are, back with another video. And this one is just a reassurance to let you know, like, look, my goal is not to teach anybody to hate women. My goal is just to see the realities, accept it, and move on, right? That is my entire intention. To accept it, learn to laugh at it. It's nothing to hate. Because if you want to hate something, there's plenty of things to hate on the planet. Like you can hate lions for killing shit and eating it. You can hate hyenas for killing shit. There's millions of things to go out there and just hate that probably but even then, if a lion hates, if a lion kills, that's what lions do. It's their nature. We as people, we learn to accept this is what lions do. Don't hate them. Just accept it and move on. And hope you don't get caught. You hope you don't fall in their trap. Same thing with women. You don't hate women. Do not hate women. Just learn what they are. Learn their tendencies, and then study them a bit if you have to move on. So this article I found is a great example of me not hating women, but accepting them. And I'm not even mad at this girl because like I said in older videos, when girls are I can hang out with hookers, drug addicts. I can hang out with anybody as long as they accept who and what they are. I don't have a problem with them. But see, the problem I have with many girls, that's not a problem. It's like, it's a situation where I lose a lot of respect for them is when they try to pretend they're something else. Where this girl here, what's her name? Alicia Griffin, is a Quora thing. She pretty much admits to it. Admits to, the world pretty much lied to her. And now she's stuck at 35. So let's start. The question was, what sucks about being your age? And this young woman wrote back, well, relatively young to being, 105. Hey, my name is Alicia and I'm 35 years old. I can't believe I said that out loud. This is her, I'm assuming. Firstly, I'd like to thank both my mother and father for carrying such great genes. People tend to think I'm somewhere between 20 to 25. Definitely a gift and a curse, but that's a story for another day. So what sucks about being my age? Being 35 doesn't suck actually. It's great, but here are some things that I regret not doing by the age of 35. And okay, the first one's like a stereotypical woman thing, snapping photos of every moment. I was one of those people who focus mainly on living rather than taking photos. Granted, memories are just as good as photos, but photos can be shown generations later. Now, number two is where it gets real. This is where it gets real. Her second issue, her second problem with being 35 and living and seeing the world is having children. She continues, this makes me sad. This makes me so sad. For some of us, as a child, we are encouraged to live our life, go to school, excel, get a great job, travel, then fall in love, then have children. Welp, I did just that except having kids. Now, at the age of 35, single, standing there staring at that wall with no offsprings. So she's acknowledged it. I don't have a problem with it. The fact that she can see it, she knows what it is, she's accepted it. I don't have a problem with her. Constantly being reminded about high risk pregnancies, doubt if I'll ever carry and have children of my own. I thought I was doing everything right. Turns out I did it all wrong. Yeah. And like I said in older videos, see, okay, I'll say this. There's nothing wrong with women going out, earning their own money, making their own money, going to college, getting a high paying career, doing all this, doing all that. But see, there's consequences for every action based off of your gender or your life situation. There's consequences based off of that. See, it's just the reality of it. A woman's prime in life is like 16 to 25, and after that, it's just the chances of her saving it is just going to be extremely low. It's extremely low for multiple reasons. And we'll get to a comment later on down here. It was a guy trying to slide into her DMs essentially, because the other part is this, man. The other part of why this ends up a difficult thing for them is, okay, throughout these years of essentially riding a kite carousel, shit like that, these women learned all the skills and traits to become a decent man. but they're not men. You see, so after all these years of learning all these skills and traits to become a qualifiable man in the workforce, well, they never learned how to be a woman. They never learned how to be compassionate, how to be loving, how to be. They did when it was like just a little hobby, just to look cute from time to time, but they never really took it seriously. So by the time they're 35, most of them they have absolutely no idea how to be a good spouse, other than they know how to be a good pump and dump. Chase, Chad, and Tyrone, but they don't know how to, they literally have no experience at being a decent woman to just exist with. They don't know how to do it. They don't know. And then you add on top of that, all those years of riding a cock carousel, bouncing from Chad and Tyrone, doing what she wanted to do. She's developed a certain standard of exactly what she wants. So the second you're not exactly what she wants, she just can't deal with it. She's going to get frustrated and throw it away. Because you know how that you know who does that and can get away with that mentality and still be successful? Men, we can grow to a point where we just get frustrated with a woman because she's just dumb. She's not what we want, and we can bounce off, go somewhere else, and guess what? Create another family. You see what I'm saying? Where see what like I said before, I don't have a problem with feminism doing what it has done, what modern feminism has done to women. I don't have a problem with that. The issue I have is when women end up in this situation, and you more times than not, okay, she's mad too, but more times than not, like end up either completely envious, jealous, mad, and then see at this point, it's always in these ages where they start every year they start getting more mad at the next generation of woman that comes out. They start getting more envious. They start looking at them and seeing what they used to be. Well, every year they're getting older. So then guess what comes next? Well, media glorifies young women. Yeah, we should they'll try to tear down young women as much as they can. But see, that's the one thing. If you left it to feminists, they would just destroy young women. They would. If they had the option, they would totally do it. But the thing is, that's a part of like biological programming that they just can't annihilate. They can't get it. They can't destroy that. If they could, they would. But trust and believe that, because a lot more old bitches than it is young bitches. Like if they could destroy perception of younger girls, they would do it. Oh, they would do it by next week. But biological programming just overwrites that, and they just can't fight it. So next, number 3, not letting go of go nowhere relationships. In other words, the go nowhere, essentially why the go nowhere relationship happens. What she's really saying is the guy that not letting go of men who didn't want me. That's what she's really saying. So, in other words, Chad and Tyrone, I had awful codependency issues. I felt I only deserved what was offered to me. I spent years in relationships that went nowhere. Now, like Patrice O'Neal said, when women talk about relationships, okay, she will swear she was in a relationship for years. Now the dude, he'll tell you, yeah, I was fucking with her for about 7 months, something like that, max. But she'll be under the impression that even if they wasn't talking, blah blah, she's still in a relationship. See, these are the games that the mental gymnastics that they do. So take this with a grain of salt. I spent years in relationships that went nowhere. Yep. See this right here? Can you guys see me highlighting this? Yeah, you can see it. Robbed me. See, this is a sign of a woman who is definitely at the wall one way or another, because somebody else had to steal it from her. You see what I'm saying? So the next line is rob me of my happiness, growth, independence, optimism. Pretty much. Okay, translation. An evil man did all this to me. I was just an innocent butterfly in the world. That's what it always comes down to. Now, as I sit here at the age of 35, I question if dating is even worth it at my age. Yeah. And like I said even earlier, I question if dating is even worth it at my age. See, this is usually the roughest part for them. Because like I said, they spent all those years in their prime and then on the decline doing, everything they wanted to do, right? Because why not? People are waiting. Guys are literally sitting back in queue waiting for her to come to her. She had the world at her. So now she ends up 35 and, there's 15 years worth of women beneath her that are, that are populating the market. And on top of that, they're adapting to newer trends. She just can't keep up. She's got no. So at this point, like I said, by the time she finds a man who she is genuinely interested in, by the time she finds that guy she's genuinely interested in, right? There's going to be 15 years beneath her of other women that will also find him attractive. So why even try? See, the fucked up part, the funny part is, yeah, sure, women initially win without even trying in the first 25 years of life, 25 to 30 years of life. But after that, they finally get a taste of what it's like to be a man. And they don't like that shit. Whenever they finally get a taste of what it's like to be a man in the world, you see, where now, I got left on red? What? He didn't call me back? What? You see, they like, when they get a slight taste of what it's like to be man, they don't like that. See, this is another reason why I say, like, don't feel sorry for them. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're like, don't get me wrong. On the other hand, there's a lot of women out there who they try to do the whole thing right. They got with the guy at a young age. They married him. They had his kids, and they tried to sit home. And the guy just got tired of her and left. Or, anything could have happened. There are scenarios like that. There are decent women over 30. But the thing is, once the guys start getting over 30, they start having a lot more options. And the girls, they have a lot less options for marriage and to sit with a guy. But like I said, you can't, but this is why, and the reason why most guys don't feel sorry for these women is because, we remember how that same girl would have treated us 10 to 13 years ago. Like this girl, I remember how she would have treated me when we were both 23. See? But the thing is, when she's 23, she don't give a fuck. Like I said before in older videos, when a woman is winning as woman, how often have you heard of a Victoria's Secret model screaming about feminism and equal rights and votes and starving children? Unless she thought the starving children would get her like a vote to become Miss Florida or some shit like that. How many times do you see fucking models writing books about this shit? You don't. You won't. You will not. You will never see it. Women who are winning as women do not give a fuck about anything but winning as women. See, and this is why guys like me don't have any. I don't feel sorry for her. I mean, it's a little sad, but that's the situation a lot of women find themselves in. So let's continue. Number 4, and this is where she admits it: having a goal of marriage at 35. I am jealous of those who married young. Though I imagine someone coming to tell me not to. I just am. Yeah, because they did something she didn't. That's all it is. See, okay, to make this clear, it's not about she's mad at those who married young. It's mad that they had something that she doesn't have. Let's make that clear right here. Don't fall into that mental trap that many men get stuck in of, oh, she's looking, she really wishes she had got married when she was younger. No, because if she wanted to get married when she was younger, she would have got married when she was younger. Okay? She didn't want to get married when she was younger. Don't get that shit twisted. Like I said in that other video, it would be like me saying, oh my God, I just want a grocery store. I just want to go get some food. I just want to ring it out and I just want to carry it home. You'd be like, man, there's 5 grocery stores in the area. I know, but it's just not what I want. Okay, do you want to get food from a grocery store, or do you or are you just being super picky and you want some mythological grocery store that don't exist? Which one is it? See, so it's like I said, don't get this twisted. Her having a goal of marriage, don't get this. See, the goal of she is not jealous because of morally decent reasons. She's jealous because she's realized she's run out of time and she can't go back and be 22 and get married again. And fix how she is now. That's why she's jealous. Okay, just to make that clear. Taking life with a grain of salt. I wish I wasn't so stuck in my head and an overthinker. I waste so much time trying to be perfect, and I'll never be that. Okay, translation. I waste so much time trying to be perfect for Chad and Tyrone. Simply put. Having fun. As a shy introvert, I made excuses why I shouldn't go out. I always prefer the simple life. It hasn't gotten me anywhere, really. I'd love to travel the world with a group of really down-to-earth people from all walks of life. If you have any information on travel groups, please let me know. Okay, see, I gotta say, I've been coming across this a lot. That's how, okay, basic bitches always got to involve some type, like, there's a community of, and I swear it's got to be called basic bitch or something like that, where they all get the same fucking stories and fucking sentences from, and keep regurgitating the same shit. I like to travel. I like the office. I'm a foodie. I like wine. Like, they all say the same shit. God fucking damn it. Like, create your own personality. See, this is why you 35 and alone. Because you picking off that same fucking list that all the other women keep picking off of. Let me guess. You want to travel. You want to eat good food. You want wine. You want to sit in bed and watch Netflix. What's another one? You're a dog mom. Or this cat, 35, a cat mom. What's another one? I drink occasionally. You drink wine. I can pretty much tell you what her dating profile looks like, and I don't even know this woman. Like I said, again, I'm not mad. It's funny, and it can be slightly frustrating, but I don't hate her. So at the end, she finishes. Okay, and let's just be clear. Oh, again, about the travel thing, she's not going to travel anywhere. If she was going to travel anywhere, she would have done it. You know, when I was traveling, I remember when I first started traveling, like when a girl or guy, if they want to travel, if they want to travel and they've got, you know, at least, you know, to break even on the trip, they're going to do it. I remember I came across one girl in at a hostel in Buenos Aires, and she was telling me her story because she was from California, and I never seen her again, man. But she was telling me her story, how she ended up like in some village in South America, and like she had no money. She's from California, she didn't speak Spanish, so she was just fucked up. And they were waiting on a bus to come pick them up, and the bus never came. So they had to break into a car dealership and sleep in a fucking back room in the car dealership. It was her and a couple friends. They broke in and spent the night at the car dealership, and then caught a bus to go somewhere. Like if you want to travel, like you're gonna do it. If this woman is not gonna travel, it's just she's not gonna do it because she's sitting up writing about it. That's how I can tell she's not gonna do it. All these things can most likely and will still be achieved, but I think about it all the time and often regret my decision. Though these things make me who I am, I wish I would have just done it differently before 35. Well, yeah, thank feminism for that. Thank feminism, because your time frame. I mean, you thank feminism for it. Your time frame is just simply not of a man's time frame. But for some reason, women keep trying to be men. So this is what you get. This is what you get. When you try to be man, you become a man. And you give up being woman. You cannot see women. Get this shit through your thick fucking skulls. Hang on, fuck. Get this shit through your thick fucking skulls. You got to pick. Either you're going to be a man or you're going to be a woman. All right? You got to pick one. This whole thing of, well, I'll be a man between the hours of 7 and 2. I'll be a man between the hours of 7 a.m. No, let's start it from the beginning. I'll be a woman between the hours of 5 to 7 a.m. because I got to dress up and look cute. And then from the hours of 7:30 to 11:30 a.m., I'll be a man because I got to go to work. Then between the hours of 11:30 a.m. to 12:15 p.m., I'll be a man. Or I'll go run to my car and cry because this juggling the act is just driving me fucking insane. Then from the hours of 1 to 5, I'll go be a man again in the world as a workforce and compete with men. And then from the hours of 5 to 11, I'll be a woman again if I feel like it. And but don't forget, all hours are subject to change based off my emotions on that day. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You got to pick one, and see once you don't pick one, see that's when all that shit Well, pretty much once you choose not to be a woman, that's when all these problems start anyway. Let's just be real about it. Once you choose to listen to that old fucked up woman who's really just mad and jealous at what you are, that's when all these problems start. I remember when I was working as a tutor in college. I told y'all I used to tutor English, math, biology, psychology. And I remember there was this girl there. She was about 32, 33. She was this little African girl. She was cute. She had a nice body. And the thing, she was well educated. She worked at the front desk. She was well educated, man. Well educated, soft spoken, feminine. But she had a little bit of that resistance, like you can feel it in her. But she was still like soft spoken, feminine. But there was like a part in her that was just like too resistive, like. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want that type of thing. Like, but it was a weird combination. So anyway, a friend of mine ended up liking her, like, and I really didn't think he would like her. And they ended up like, and he actually took her virginity, and she was like 32 or 33, and she was still a virgin, and he took her virginity. And of course, she went a little like dick crazy. He would tell me the story. She went a little dick crazy because she finally, found it. And but he ended up kind of like ghosting her because she just kind of got too obsessed. He was her first at 32, so all that's just really fucking weird. But anyway, she got it. I remember she got it, ended up getting so sad about it, and I walked into the English tutoring area, and guess who she was in there talking to about having kids and getting married and all this? An old fucked up woman. And so when I seen that shit, I was about 20, maybe like 24, 25. When I seen that shit, I was like, oh Lord. And this was before RedPill and MGTOW. This is before I knew about RedPill and MGTOW. I just like had an instinct to know type of shit. When I still remember watching them sit down and they were talking about having kids and getting married and blah, blah, blah. And she was talking to that, like, like probably like, 48, 45, 48, 49, 50-year-old woman. As soon as I seen that, I was just like, oh Lord, yeah, she's done. Like, listen to that shit. Because she was one of those types of women, like, she was really picky on who she chose to listen to. And like most women, they gonna listen to the wrong person. So it's like, done. But anyway, that comment I told you I wanted to go on. Let me see if I can find it. This dude right here. He says, Alicia, I'm just like you in so many ways, except that the fact you're a lady. Society's expectations never appeals to me, though I love being liked, loved, and successful. It had never been easy to get, even harder to find a true relationship. Enjoying only my own company, but secretly wishing I'll come by someone really down to earth to share my life with. See, okay, first off, that was like a poor attempt to try to get, the hook up with her. And secondly, see, as men, we can do this. We can secretly, we can always go back out there and get another family, another woman. Like, no matter what happens to that woman you got now or the one you want or whatever the fuck, you can always get back out there and fix it and probably and end up with it better than what you had before. You can always do that. But see, the thing is, once women get that alpha widowed shit, or they just end up like, like this, that feminist induced, ridiculous nonsense. Once they end up like that, like, they can't go back down. They can't get grounded again. Like, she thinks she can be grounded, but no. Anything at this point is going to be a step backwards for women like that. It's just the reality of it. I'm not mad at her. I actually applaud her for acknowledging it, acknowledging the reality and the emotions and feelings and shit like that. I'm proud of her for that. But I know in reality, it is a very low chance. It is a very low chance she's gonna find a man that she is genuinely interested in. It's gonna be some dude she's gonna have to settle for, that she's not gonna like, that she's always gonna feel like she could do better than, and she's gonna hate herself for it, and she's gonna pretend to be happy when she's around him, because she always knows in the back of her head that there was a time when she could have done better. And I give you a perfect example. I was talking to my girl about this about a week ago. I wanted to buy that Apple Magic Mouse, right? Now there's a used Apple store up a little ways up the highway. They sell those Apple Magic Mice for like $20, right? Now in Europe, electronics are always much more expensive. So that was a bit confusing. Okay, so when I was still here, I seen the Magic Mouse. I was like, do I really want this? I don't know. So I never bought the Magic Mouse, and I went back to Prague. So when I went back to Prague, I was like, nah, I kind of want the Magic Mouse now. But the prices in Prague, like the prices in Europe, electronic prices are always, everything's gonna be much more expensive there. Not much more, but it's gonna be more expensive. So like even in like Facebook marketplace groups, like where they're selling used shit on there, people are selling them for like double the price on there, like used type of shit, right? So, I mean, it's not like I couldn't afford it. It's like $50. But I'm thinking to myself, like, no, I'm gonna hold out because I know motherfuckers selling them for $20 5,000 miles away. You see, so I never bought the Magic Mouse while I was in Europe. I waited, so I'm gonna go up there, you know, sometime soon to go pick it up from here now. Cause like, see, that was a form of me like being like kind of like alpha widow / like I know something better is out there, so I'll just hold off and wait type of shit. That's what women do once they get too old like this. And on top of that, she knows she's a good looking girl. That's not worth it. She knows she's a good looking girl. She ended up single at 35. She's so great. She excelled in school and blah, blah, blah. See, and the other part I'm going to talk about real quick before I end this video. I mean, yeah, education is great. You know, you can make more money, blah, blah, blah. But see, this is another part where men and women are very different. And feminism isn't going to tell you about this, man. It's not going to tell women about this. See, that college degree is not going to love you. That college degree is not going to want your attention. That college degree is not going, you know, it's not going to be there for you. It's not going to want you to come see their soccer games or come see the drawing that it made on the refrigerator or whatever. See what I'm saying? And women, see, like women need that attention. See, all this all this taking up the perfect pristine picture and all this shit like that. See, all of that is a desperate cry for fucking attention that she should be getting from her children. That's what it is. And I'm not trying to like talk bad about her, but that's what that constant cry of making her shoes match her pants and her makeup right and her hair done and perfect eyeliner. See, that is a cry for attention from the children you should have had. That's what that is. That college degree ain't gonna pay you no attention. Well, you got the college degree. Now, I'm assuming you make some good money, which is nothing wrong with that. Accept it. And also accept that there's a very low chance that a man is going to really, I mean, by the time a man is going to be of value to a woman who's like well educated, has her own career, blah blah blah. By the time let's just for an example, let's use this example. By the time a man makes $50,000 a year, he has his choice of bitches who all earn beneath $50,000 per year, right? Now, by the time a woman makes $50,000 per year, she's looking for a man who's making $75,000 to $100,000 per year. Because any man that's too close to her same level, well, he's not she can live that lifestyle by herself. He's not a great fucking protector. You know, he's not really going to change up her lifestyle, to make it worthwhile type shit once she gets tired of fucking. It's not going to be worthwhile too much for that on average. You see, so when the guy makes $50,000 a year, he has the options of everything beneath him. Whereas when a woman makes $50,000 a year, she's constantly looking up. But see, this is where the shit fucks up is. So let's say she did get lucky and find a motherfucker who makes $75,000 a year. Well, that dude who makes $75,000 a year has the options of all the women who make underneath $75,000 per year. So it just opened up it just made the pool even wider. So it's more difficult for her to find a man that she's genuinely gonna find some type of interest in and also find them respectable, for any type of long-term period. I'll say that. But anyway, that's the video, man. I'm out. You guys have a good day. Bye.